Black people cannot be light-skinned without white people. Like, hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer, and to all of you that keep coming back, hello and welcome back. Quick reminder, if you've never subscribed, just to remind you to click that red button there that says subscribe, and after that click the bell sign, and that way you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing another conversation with my mother. This time around, I asked her about you know, when some people have asked me that now I'm going to say this again, these are not questions by Nigerians, because I think we Nigerians know ourselves. We know that it's normal for a Nigerian person to be light-skinned and all of those things. The people that tend to ask this question about, is there like white people in your family, non-Nigerians, there are the ones that would ask me questions like, oh, they don't even ask. Okay, let me say this, there are some that may ask, but a lot of them, there are some people that have left me comments and told me that I have no clue about my ancestry, that there is no way, there's no white in my family. Anyway, so there's no whiteness in my family at all, and it is a normal thing till date. Some of them they come and they'll ask you questions because they don't know and they want to know, and they are open and willing to learn from you about your whatever. But there are some that there are this particular group that are very aggressive, and they don't come to ask you questions, they come to tell you. You know, they don't come to ask, they actually come to tell you, and they basically lecture you about yourself. And you know, there's some of them that have, you know, like I said, some of them are curious, and they will ask, and they will like, and some of them may talk about it, they talk about it nicely, but some of them like, oh, you're so ignorant, you don't know anything about your, you know, your heritage, that there is no way there's no white in your family, you know, there must be white some down the road. Black people cannot be light-skinned without white people. Like I said, like a Nigerian wouldn't say that, because Nigerian that has grown up in Nigeria, I've seen a lot of light-skinned people. You know, another thing that I think should be, maybe to a great extent, common sense, I think, is that if a white person and a black person should have kids together, sometimes they could be a diluted form of the two of them, kind of like a mixture of the two of them. But in my family, people that are light-skinned, even if they marry dark-skinned person, they're going to end up, that's the Nigerian way, to be honest with you, they're going to end up having light-skinned children or dark-skinned children, not even a mixture of the two of them. White person and a black person married together, most of the time is a mixture of the two colors, form a different shade. But our kind of light skin that we have in Nigeria, even in total, in my family, you know, even in my family, you know, even if you're light-skinned and then you're married to a dark-skinned person, you're going to have light-skinned or dark-skinned. We don't really have like the mixture of the two shades. It's dark or light. It doesn't blend and become this different version of the, no, is either you take your father's skin color or take your mother's skin color. Nigerians don't ask me the question about Nigerians typically know, a lot of Nigerians know that we're just not, Nigerians can be light-skinned, but there are foreigners that do not know, and I think there's nothing wrong with not knowing. The problem is when you don't even ask, you're just enforcing what you think on somebody about themselves. But anyway, so I addressed that because somebody was like, ask your mother. Maybe you don't know, ask your mother. There must be white people down the road. I actually, you know, taped this conversation with my mother when I did the first video where she talked about my children shouldn't marry white people, you know, which I will try and link for you guys to check it out. I already filmed that before, but I never got the chance to edit it and upload it. So and then I asked the question, I just asked her the questions. I didn't want to insinuate, I didn't want to, you know, I just wanted to be I'm just asking a question, so that way she can just answer sincerely as it is, you know. And for those that are listening, we just say that I'm asking the question as if I'm clueless, and that was what I did. I find the people that come with these aggressive questions about, oh, you must have been your forefathers must have married into white people, most of the time the ones that come so aggressively are the ones that have issues with racism and issues like that, and they are just angry at other race or whatever. I don't hate any race, God knows that. I don't hate any race. You know, God made us all. I don't, every human being created in the world was made by God. I deal with people how they come to me. I'm not going to say all these people are bad, all these people are good. There are some good people in there are some good people in the white people, there are some bad people, there are some bad people among them, there are some good and bad people among black people. As far as I'm concerned, that's it. You know, I'm not into, but there are these people that are very angry against other race, and they just have this, you know, frustration, or your family would mix with white people. They are the ones that always have this issue. Is either that, or one thing I have to say, I've never really had a light-skinned Nigerian or light-skinned African have issues with my we have issues with my light skin. I've never. A fellow light-skinned African having issues with another light-skinned African is very, very unusual. You never see that. A lot of Africans, you know, I say Nigerians, you know, have no issues whatever your skin color is or whatever. They see it, or they see it all the time. It's nothing to them. That's normal. They don't have issues. But I find that many people that have issues with light-skinned people who tend to actually be, I'm not saying this, but sometimes they are actually the ones that for whatever reason think that light skin is better. I don't know where that mentality comes from, that you know, the African black Africans, you know, that would have issue with your light skin are typically the ones that for whatever reason they think that light skin is better. That is because other people don't care. The most black Africans don't even care that you're light-skinned African. They don't care. The ones that care, that make it a problem, are typically the ones that for whatever reason they in their mind somehow think that light skin is better. And I have no clue where that mentality comes from. There are a lot of dark-skinned people that are awesome. Dark skin. I think I'm going to make video and talk about the disadvantages of light skin. If I have acne and they're gone and I have the spots, that's when you know the disadvantage of being light skinned, because you can't hide them. But if you're dark skinned and you have all the acne in the world, once you know all the acne, it doesn't show as much as if you're light skinned. If I was to have an injury, you know, on my arm, after it heals, sometimes it will heal as and you see the black spot there, you don't like it. But if you're dark skin, it just blends. You know, there's so many ways that people do not realize. I made a video where I talk about the, I think I already made a video where I talked about the beauty of dark skinned. You know, I talked about, some people don't even realize this thing, and you find some people that will be looking at you, and sometimes people would try to bully you for something you have they wish they have. That's the funny thing. And you know, I always tell people it's good to appreciate what you have. God has given us whatever. We all come to this world the way we are. Learn to value what you have, and you'll find, you know, what's funny is when you see somebody that's bleached their skin, you know, they have different patches of different patches of so many colors on their skin, that we see a light-skinned black person and say, oh, look at this one, oh, look at that one, and they can start to find faults. Is their insecurities. They have these insecurities, or you know, lack of a better word, jealousy for no reason, that they begin to hate on you or want to bully you for something you have that they wish that they had, and they never express it. That's what happens. Sometimes bullies are just bullying because they wish. There are some children in schools that one child has a nice shoe and a bully sees it because they have a nice shoe, and they want to bully that child because of their shoes. And the truth is that inside them they wish they have that shoe. You know, most Africans don't give a damn what color, you don't give a damn that you're African and you're light skinned. They don't care. And it's, like I said, it's normal back home for people to be light skinned. And I've made a video where I explained that if I didn't live in Europe, my skin will not be as, you know, my skin will not be as light as this. But I live in a country where there's not that much sun. Even in this summer alone, I've got a bit darker even in this summer, because the weather has been so hot and warm, you know, and I'm out in the garden, you know, gardening, sometimes gardening for hours, for the whole day, and it tans my skin. If I lived in Nigeria, my skin will not be this color, because Nigerian sun is very harsh and it's very hot, and it would tan you a lot, or you know, darken your skin a lot. And the other thing I asked her was the hair color. Another thing I asked her was hair color. I've made a video where I explained that me and some of my siblings, our hairs bleaches with the sun. You know, like my hair could be coming out of the root much darker than this, much darker than this, but on the root is dark. After a while it changes. I talked about when I was growing up, it was something that people laughed at me for, you know, look at the color of her hair, oh my goodness, look at the color of her hair, whatever. But I got to a point where I have embraced it, completely embraced it. Like, there's no point, I have it. Why not rock what God gave you naturally? You know, for a long time I didn't actually know why my hair was not staying black, and I wanted black hair for the longest time. I would do weaves, and I would do the weavings, the weaves, whatever. I would do dark hair, never liked hair, never liked it. But after a while I embraced it, and I don't even care anymore what people think about the color of my hair, and I just embraced it. And you know, I just got to find out that it's just the sun. When the sun hits, I changed. When I used to relax my hair back home in Nigeria, some people were like, oh, maybe if you change your relaxer, your hair will stop changing color, or you were using cheap relaxers. I changed relaxers. I actually went and bought Dark and Lovely, thinking that the, you know, because it said Dark and Lovely in my head, I was thinking that's going to make my hair, you know, when I relax it, it's not going to go light color. It always ended up going my hair ended up going light color. And anyways, so but I've come to realize that's what my hair does. I later found out, you know, that the sun can actually bleach your hair. The sun can. Some people have hairs that are sensitive to sunlight, that the sun hits it, it bleaches the hair. Like I said, I've come to embrace it. So that's another question then that I asked my mother. I'm going to leave you guys now to listen to the phone conversation.
Oh, another question Chorejo. Another question na chokare na Chorejo. Ima na isi acha nwanwu. You know? Ka ihe kpatara isi anyị ji acha nwanwu?
Oh no, tanene. Nke acha nwanwu.
Asị ndị mmadụ na-adị ajụ m. Ndị mmadụ na-ajụ m n'obodo oyibo a sị ka ihe isi m ji acha anwụ. Another one a na-ajụ m uwe na o nwere ka ndị ọcha sịrị nọrọ na like na family line anyị ndị ọcha anọ ya. Ya ka na mama ihe m na-ekwu m just ma mgbe ụfọdụ mana asị jụwa ajụọ nwere ike na mma ama kwịghọta nna gị na like agwụgwọ ha na nna nne m na nne m dị ọcha kwịghọta ọcha nọ na family anyị mana na-asị m hụ o nwere ike na like no down the line na ndị ọcha nọ na family anyị. Ịmara nke nwụrụ maka ịmara nke maka nọ like ele aha ya ịmara nke nwụrụ maka anọ n'obodo oyibo so anyị adịkwara ka anwụ Nigeria, you know. So ihe na-akọwa na your family nọ na onwe ka ndị ọcha siri nọga ya ma ncha. And you can let one abel. Good night. Good night. Bye.
That's it, guys, and I'm hoping that's answered the question for those that are genuinely asking the question that I really want to know an answer. And with that, I'm just gonna say thank you for watching until the and with that, I'm just gonna say thank you for watching until the next time, guys. Bye.